Hello, guys. Today is October the 13th, 2025. This channel is Death is Not a Death Sentence. On this, what's today? On this Monday afternoon, for entertainment purposes only. And so, I only have a little time to go. So I'm just going to get into what I have to say. All right. Have you guys noticed that lately, for the last few years, we losing a lot of the next generation, a lot of children, a lot of teenagers and young people that are just dying in tragedies, shot and like murdered and killed. And it's just so sad. Even the babies are getting murdered and things of that nature because of the violence and things of that nature. And a lot of times, when people do hear something like that, it's horrible. Uh, it leaves a lot of family members in a lot of pain. Mothers, fathers, sisters, family. A lot of people be in pain, and you just wish that you could just say one more thing to them, make them stop doing what they were doing, and just really be on the positive note. But some people have died even just being positive, and they're just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and it just was their time to go, and that's really heartbreaking too. And so, I just look at the situation. Whereas, I was looking at something on the news the other day. A young man had was shooting at an officer or punched or something, and the officer had ended up, killing him. And you see his loved ones on the news, screaming and crying and just really hurt and really broken because of his actions. And but regardless of the fact is, pain is pain. Um, a lot of people is hurt because of his death. I mean, of course, his family's gonna mourn him and they're gonna be, grieving. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's painful, to the officer. It's painful to him too. So I, I I tend to just sympathize with both sides and just focus on, people say, oh, well, do you think he's in hell? That's not for me to say, because God did not give us the abilities to judge. God only gave Jesus the ability to judge. So, I mean, and he doesn't judge us. I mean, we all will have judgment one day, of course, but, also too, you wonder sometimes, like, all right, well, my brothers and sisters here, or or my cousins and my aunts and uncles, will they still be my brothers and sisters in heaven? Or my uncles and aunties, or will that still be my mom and my dad in heaven? And to be honest with you, we're all connected. It's all with love. I mean, I don't think there's any titles. It's just love. The only title that we have that I saw was just with God, our creator, with Jesus Christ. So I don't, it's marriages are not even considered up there. Like, you be married to someone for 20, 30 years or 15 years, whatever have you, you know, um, in the Bible it says till death do us part. Have you ever thought about that? Till death do us part. So basically, the contract is over after death. So because we all go back to our Creator, we all go back to God, and so we are all connected. We are all like family. We're all family. We all is one. We're family. We're connected, and we love one another up there. The love is so great. We love everyone. Um, I don't know. I just, I woke up today and that was very like heavily on my heart, whereas a lot of the young people are dying very early, and it's like, goodness gracious. I mean, and a lot of people's not having babies anymore. People are picking their careers, and, a lot of people are not getting married anymore. And that's going all over the world, and it's, I tend to wonder, like, what the generations are going to be like afterwards. So many people are so into their technology, their phones. I mean, people don't even look up no more to see where they're walking, or, I didn't see a few people about walking into traffic because they're so busy on their phone. Um, in my generation, we didn't have cell phones. I mean, we played outside and we did all kind of things. You know, we played kickball and we raced each other, played tag, and you know. As a matter of fact, it was a commercial that came on and asked the parents, "Do you know where your children are?" So they had to be reminded where we were. Make sure we were in the house. TV went off at a certain time. You know, the television did not run all day long. You know, so television went off at a certain time. Um, you know, it was just different. We respected our teachers. You know, we wouldn't dare try to fight our teachers. We wouldn't dare, you know, try to do a lot of things that goes on today. Um, so I'm not saying everyone is like that, but it's a lot. It's a lot that's going on that it didn't used to go on. You know, and you know, I sometimes I feel like the only way things can change, which I actually it's not a feel, it's a know, that Jesus is the only one that can change everything. He's the only one that can come down and change all this, you know? Um, it's sad when you see men and women, they don't even want to get married anymore. You know, they got all these dating sites and things of that nature, you know, and it takes the genuineness out of things because they have multiple women and multiple men at their fingertips, you know? It's no more walking up to people and getting just to know them. It's all about the dating apps and, you know, and seeing how many people they can get. And that's on both sides, men and women. So I just think that a lot of times, you know, our values dealing with, you know, you know, marriage and having children and you know, it just that's not the priority anymore. People are so angry about political views. I mean, as if you don't have a right to choose, you know, which side you want to be on. It's like, you know, it's sad when I thought in other countries you can't choose your political side. I did never think like in America where a lot of like you can't. Well, I'm not gonna say you can't, but it's a problem if you choose one or the other, and I tend to stay out of it because, you know, it's just you know it's just not worth to get into a big old fight over politics. You know, I just want to get to heaven. You know, I want to get to heaven. I want to go back and see all my loved ones and see Jesus again. You know, I want to see, you know, my friend, you know, that was in a wheelchair, they're walking now. You know, people that had cancer don't have cancer anymore. You know, young. Are there any old people in heaven? I didn't see not one old person. I'm just going to keep it real. I didn't see not one old person. They looked at all young to me. So, you know, I don't see any old people. So I just want to just, you know, let people know that, you know, it's all our responsibility to try to guide people to Christ and, you know, and just hold on to hope and try to change this generation so they can learn who Christ is and and we can continue to, you know, have morals and values that will help the next generation because it's just so sad what I see out here. It really is. But I believe in God and I believe in Jesus and I know that He'll change it. So at the end of the day, I'm just happy that it's peace in the Middle East right now, and I'm for any peace, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up, and God bless everyone. I'm praying for everyone. Follow me, I'll follow you back. I'll try to comment, you know, as much as I can before TikTok or YouTube or whatever stops me and say, "Hey, listen, it's too many." But I'll do my best, guys. And again, I'm praying for everyone. And God bless you. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.